Hey, my name's Ash. Welcome to episode number 2, where I fix the windows and show you what work that I need to do on the boat. Alright, just getting home from work. I have to get these windows sealed up. This window here and this one, I believe, are leaking pretty hard. The ones on the other side aren't as bad, but I'll start with this one because I know the water runs off the genoa track and drips straight into this. So I've gone to the hardware shop and I've got some multi-adhesive sealant. Yeah, this one is also cracked. That's another one I found. The window's got to come out. I've got a little hole here to patch, and then another hole here that is missing a screw but probably needs epoxy. And then this chain plate's also cracked, so this one's got to come off. This one's good. And then all of these little holes there already filled with some sort of gel coat or epoxy primer. And this one is also, no, this one's good and this one's good. So there's 3 that I have to take off and put back on. I've had a look anti-foul because it's going in fresh water. I thought there was some places where the gel coat had cracked, but I believe it's not cracked. It's just as it is. The keel, no, it's not a keel. What is it? I know what it is. It's a dagger board. No, it's not even a dagger board. You? No? You? No? Is it a dagger board or is it a center board? Anyhow, the keel, the dagger board, whatever it is. Oh, got to take that off, or I don't know whether I got to take it off, but I've got to at least get it high enough. I have to at least get it high enough to fix this damage on the back end of it and tail. So when I build the stands will be high enough for me to have the boat up at least this high, because that's the trailer height. Yep. I've had a look inside and there's also some damage to the floor that needs repairing. So I've got a bit of work to do on the inside of the boat. So I'm going to do as little as possible to the boat this season so I can get it in the water and sail it as quick as possible, because summer's here now, and in the middle of Sweden where I live, the summer's pretty short, so 5 months and then it's over. So I gotta get as much stuff as I can fixed directly, and then get it in the water as quick as possible. I just thought I'd show you what I've found inside the boat. So I've had the mast pole out and I've looked under this floor, but in here on the floor you have these foam ribs that go across. I've excavated this one and it was all wet, and I've taken out the fridge and the drawer and had a look under there, and it looks pretty solid. But what I want to do, so I want to take out these pieces on every one, pretty much lay a glass from where the old floor should be, a glass mat all the way over this bump, over the spine in the middle, and then into the other side, and do that with the length dagger board case. Dagger board? Oh, I'm still having trouble with what that's called. Where the dagger board case is, lap it up to the side of the dagger board. There's no bilge pump in this boat. I was thinking about taking the dagger board out. Center board. I need a meter clearance up off the ground to get that out. So I don't think I'm going to do that this summer, because I want to get the boat in the water as quick as possible. I'm just going to swing it down and reshape it, and just the leading edge of the glass that up, and then this glassing. I have to do this before I put it back in the water. There's a sensor over here that's for depth, but there's no hole on the other side, it just sees through the glass. The front looks pretty strong. All the glass up there is pretty good. Someone's painted with epoxy or some sort of paint in the bilge, but it's all peeling off, so I'm gonna sand all that back and then sand this back and lay glass in with epoxy, probably 2 layers of 300, maybe 4 layers of 300, and then all the way up to where the floor used to be, because I believe that the floor has changed heights. This used to be the old floor, but they've made this floor down the bottom here so they had standing headroom, because if the floor's here you don't have standing headroom. So because they moved the floor down, they have just standing headroom, whereas when I put the cabin on, the cabin will start here and the windows will start here just behind the masthead and then extend all the way back to overlapping here somewhere. So then I'll have standing headroom in here, and I'll be able to raise the floor back up to the original height. I'm gaining 50 centimeters of headroom in that section, in just this section here, and I'll be able to cut out all of this and maybe have a shelf, maybe cut it so I can have a shelf up in there. Yeah, so I'll cut it a bit short of where the windows start, so I can put a shelf in all the way around. So I'll have like more storage area. Well, I should have probably filmed that real life. That just fell off. It has this like tape, some sort of like real weird adhesive tape that's very old and not doing anything. Now I'm wondering whether I should have gone with a tape. Here you can see where the water's just been going through. But I have to check if I can see if the foam's being filled, because it looks like that one there, it looks like the foam's being filled with epoxy. Alright, I scratched off as much as I can. It looks like there's been another window before this one, and to me it looks like they haven't filled up the holes properly with epoxy or anything actually. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of acetone, clean it off, mix up some thickened epoxy and squeeze them in to every hole and re-bore out the holes just a little bit. I didn't show you taking the other window off. I put it on time lapse, so I'll just quickly unscrew this one and see if there's any surprises behind it. They're not even on, they're just sitting there, so that's how easy they come off. There's a lot of wear in the window, in the plexiglass. It needs replacing, but because I want to get sailing in this summer, I just reuse them. It's not like I'm going to be sailing on a lake, no big waves, no salt water. So if I just put them back on, it should be fine.